Good morning again. I am getting ready again for another day, and so are you. And so let's get to our truth for today in just a moment. And the truth for today, one more time, it will change your life. Yeah. Let me show you what I'm eating this morning. Oh, yeah, leftovers again. I'm just not really that much of a breakfast person, but I like a full breakfast. This is hamburger steak and rice and, some leftovers. And I'm going to put some Worcestershire sauce on it. How about this? I got to get some more of this. I'm almost out of this as well. And Worcestershire, you know what Worcestershire is? A lot of people call it little different things, but it's Worcestershire. How do I know that? That's where my son lived and his family for a good while in England, in Worcestershire, in Worcester. That's where you go. I did it right, Worcester. Okay. He went to university there, and he became a PA. He went to PA school there, and became a PA in England, and then was practiced in England. And shout out, God bless you, son. And also his wife Tracy. She went to Oxford while they were there and attended Oxford University. God bless you guys and all of our family. Well, let me get to our word for today. Okay, our truth for today. The truth for today comes from the life of Abraham. And we're going to cage it in very simple terms. Always be ready for a fresh word from God. Abraham heard from God, and God said, Abraham, I want you to go north, and I want you to take your son Isaac, and I want you to sacrifice your son upon an altar to me. So Abraham said, okay. And he walked north. He walked about 3 days, and there he saw Mount Moriah. And God said, there's the mountain, go up that hill. And bear in mind, Abraham was about 135 years old, and his son Isaac was about 35 years old. Abraham was 100 years older than Isaac. So Isaac is not this little boy. Ages in the Bible really intrigue me. You imagine Daniel in the lion's den as some young man. He was 82 years old when he was thrown in that lion's den, but that's another story. Okay, so Abraham says to his son, here's the wood, carry the wood up this hill. And they're going up, of course, the hill where Jerusalem sits now. It wasn't there then. And they walk up the hill, and, Abraham makes an altar, and his son Isaac says, well, where is the sacrifice? And Abraham said, well, the Lord will provide himself a lamb for sacrifice. Prophetic, of course, in the same place that Jesus would later carry his cross up a hill and give his life a ransom for many. But back to Abraham. And so Abraham ties his son up, lays him out on the altar, and he lifts a knife, and he's ready to slay Isaac. And he hears a word from heaven. And the word from God is, do not harm your son Isaac. Now hold on, wait. Just 3 days ago, God says, I want you to sacrifice Isaac. And today you don't. He could easily say, oh, come on, God. What is it? Are you schizophrenic or something? You don't know what you're talking about. You said do it. Now you said don't do it. But Abraham was wise enough to realize that sometimes God sends you down a road to get to the end of the road. And sometimes God sends you down a road to get to the fork in the road. And you never know which one it is unless and until you go down that road. It was important for Abraham to obey God when God said, take your son to a place I'll show you. It was also important for Abraham to be ready for a fresh word from God when God said, do not harm the child. Whatever God says to you, do. Okay? But always be ready for a fresh word from God. God may be sending you down a road to get to the end of the road, or he may be sending you down a road to get to the fork in the road. You may not know until you actually go down that road. This hamburger steak is so good. Huge again. What's the deal? God bless.